Sometimes when you are troubleshooting a problem in Windows, you find yourself in a situation where you feel that you need to just get a fresh, clean installation of the operating system. Okay, this could either be because you've just exhausted all other avenues, you feel you've tried everything, or it might be that you actually are just completely incapable of doing certain things. Certain things have maybe locked out in a way that you just can't get in there. Well, fortunately in Windows 11, there is a fairly easy way to do this, and it's called resetting Windows. So let me show you here how to do this here in Windows. What I want to do is I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to click on the Start button. And then here in the Start window, I'm going to select Settings. In the Settings window it does default to the System Settings, and if I scroll down through these settings you'll see there's one that says Recovery. And under Recovery it's one of the options is to Reset. So I'm going to click on that. And then you'll notice here under Recovery Options there is an option for Reset this PC. So I'm going to click the button that says Reset PC. Now one of the things that's really cool about this is that you get a couple of options. You have the options of keeping your files or just removing everything. And the reason this is kind of neat is because in the old days you might have been left with no choice but to reformat the hard drive and do a clean installation. And that would be the equivalent of remove everything, right? You just lost everything. You wiped out the machine as though you just bought a brand new computer. We now have an option at the top here that says Keep My Files. Now you'll notice you still lose all your applications and settings. So you'll have to completely reconfigure the machine. It's going to be like you did a fresh installation, but it should hang on to your personal files. Now I'm going to cancel out of here because I want to show you something. On my desktop you'll see here that I have Adobe Acrobat and I have a one sample file. And more specifically that's just a shortcut for Adobe Acrobat. If I were to click on Start and go to All Apps, you can see that I do have Adobe Acrobat actually installed. Now why did I do this? I did this because I wanted to show you that I have an application installed and I have a file that has been created. So if I jump back to my settings, scroll down and click on Recovery, and then click on Reset PC button, let's attempt to do Keep My Files option. Now at this point it should be mentioned that even though it says it'll keep your files, I strongly recommend that you do a backup if possible anyway, because you never know if things aren't going to work properly. So let's click on Keep My Files. It says it's getting things ready, doesn't take very long. And you get to choose. How would you like to reinstall Windows? You can do a cloud download, right? Which is where you download and reinstall Windows that way. And the other option is about local reinstall option. Okay, where you reinstall from this device, alright. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a local reinstall, and you'll see here current settings reinstall Windows from this device. If I click Change Settings, you'll see here that I could choose to download Windows if I needed to. Okay, but I don't need to, so I can leave that at no. I'll just click Confirm and now I can go ahead and click Next, and it now says it is ready to reset this PC. It says it will change all the settings back to the defaults. It will keep my personal files. It will reinstall Windows from this device and it will remove all apps and programs. Now here it says View Apps that will be removed. Let me click on that. Oh, look at that. It's going to remove some of these Microsoft applications that were built in. I didn't want to use those as an example because, well, they're going to reinstall this part because they come with Windows. But you'll see here it says that Adobe Acrobat will go away, and then there is a note says this will take a while and your PC will restart. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click Reset, and at this point it really does take a while. Okay, so this is a good opportunity for me to mention that if you are trying to follow along and if you are doing the same things that I'm doing, this is a good place where you can go ahead and you can pause the recording and then resume the video as soon as your system has completed this process, because that's what I'm going to do on my end. Okay, we're going to go ahead and speed this up so you don't have to stare at a status bar for the whole time. Alright, so I'll be right back with you as soon as this is complete. Okay, so my system has completed the reset process. I have logged back in and I just want to point out that here on my desktop, the shortcut for Microsoft Edge is still here, and you'll see there's another one. And that's because, interestingly enough, a shortcut is nothing more than a file. And so it kept this original file and then it added another shortcut when it reinstalled Microsoft Edge. It also gives you a link to try to help you out with what apps have been removed. Notice that Acrobat is gone, and if I click on Start and go to All Apps again, Adobe Acrobat is gone, but my sample file is still here. So as you can see, we have reset to a fresh clean installation. All the settings and applications have been reverted back to all the original defaults when the operating system was first installed, but I was able to hold on to my personal files, and so that's how you can reset Windows in a way that's a little bit better than the old days where you had to just completely reformat and start over.